Welcome back to The Vocalist. For those of you new here, my name is Bethany, and today we are finally listening to the last singer, but not least, from the One Sweet Day cover I heard a little while back. This is Bugoy and his cover of One Day. Aside from his part in that collaboration, I have not heard any of his solo work, so I am very excited. Here we go.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I think God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day.
I forgot how much I love this song. Man, each one of these singers from that One Day collaboration, or One Sweet Day collaboration, I love this. I'm going all the way back to the beginning, because that first riff he did, I wanted to pause right away and just point stuff out, but I was like, resist, hold back. Here we go. Just that alone is so beautiful. You can hear he starts in like a head dominant mix and then goes into more of like a falsetto and then comes back into that place, which there's just this slight like earnestness in like his tone that I just find so genuine and so inviting. And so paired with this song, I mean,
Wish 1075.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I think God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down.
I love the effect he's doing with those diphthongs, down, drown.
Don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying.
I'm going to go back, watch him breathe. You can't hear it. And so that's a sign that his soft palate is up. Whether or not you have an audible breath, it's not bad or good or anything like that, but it's just a very cool thing to see in a singer, that like he's got his soft palate up high enough so it's not like gaspy sound, rather a silent breath, because it's not crossing your soft palate.
In my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children.
The little growly sound on there'll be no.
I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day. But one day, one day, one day.
I'm sorry I'm pausing so much. You know, I just really am into it when I'm pausing a ton, and that seems so counterintuitive, but when you hear him say, I like the contrast. So he kept saying day, he like would close his mouth on the diphthong to change the sound, but then the very last one, he kept it open.
Was and our children will play one day, one day, one day. But one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, cause we all lose when they feed on the source that are innocent, blood drenched baby. Keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let her phase you no way. Said nowhere.
His breath, I mean, that's stunning. I also love just like his jaw, his mouth position, it's all staying in like one neutral place. A lot of times when you're in your passaggio or you're in a place that maybe is a little uncomfortable in your voice, most singers will sort of morph their articulators in one way or another to help get the sound out easier. He's so well supported, like from his midsection. Like he's not just like singing from the neck up. I won't say he's engaging his diaphragm because the diaphragm for the most part moves involuntarily, but finding support and grounding from like your entire body really helps to prevent strain in your neck and in your larynx. And so his mouth, his jaw, everything, it's staying in the same neutral place because he doesn't need to morph anything in order to get those sounds because he is just so well supported. All of those high notes are like landing exactly where they need to.
Lose your way, your way.
I gotta go back further.
Innocent blood drenched baby. Keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let her phase you no way. Said nowhere. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down, get me down. Negativity surrounds. I know someday it'll all.
You can hear the difference between like his chest voice and then his mix when he did surrounds. It's got just a tiny little, a little bit more nasality. It's just a tiny bit brighter.
Tears I drown, but I never let it get me down, get me down. Negativity surrounds. I know some.
You hear how it's just like, it's a little taller. I almost wanted to say like, it's got kind of like that operatic cover, but in like a contemporary way. But not even that. It's just like that tiny difference in tone.
Get me down, negativity surrounds. I know someday it'll all turn around. Cause all my life I've been waiting for, praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. Children will play one day, one day, one day. But one day, one day, one day. One day is all will change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, we're done with the hate. One day will I be free, I'm proud to be under the same sun, singing song of freedom like why-oh, why-oh. For the people to say and our children will play one day, yeah, one day, one day, Lord, one day, one day. Ooh, ha, 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 ha.
Wishclusive on Wish. One.
I'm going back. I'm so taken aback. This is, I think in order to do this song well, you have to really believe what you're saying and you have to mean it and you have to be willing to go there. And so just to see his investment, in what he was saying, and how he was saying it was just, it's so impactful.
One day is all will change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, we're done with the hate.
I love that, like, just being okay to, like, he's not yelling by any means, but getting a little rough with your chords and, like, exploring their limits in terms of volume, in terms of adduction. It can be a harsh, like, vocal adduction, and it's okay to do occasionally if it means something and if you're taking care of your voice. And so seeing him do that, like, just go for it, it's so good.
One day will I be free, I'm proud to be under the same sun, singing
Here
song
too.
of freedom like why-oh, why-oh.
Coming from that place of intensity into these notes, so clear, so relaxed. I say that in terms of tension. Like, it's definitely a lighter mechanism. So to do that and still maintain good intonation and to not go sharp with all that extra breath pressure you were using previously is challenging. And so it just exhibits so much control over his voice.
The same, stop with the violence, we're done with the hate. One day will I be free, I'm proud to be under the same sun, singing song of freedom like why-oh, 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 why-oh. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say ayaga-yaga-yo, ayaga-yaga-yo, and our children will pray one day, yeah, one day, one day, Lord, one day, one day. Ooh,
I'm going to show you one more thing. He did this at the beginning too, but that little poof of the cheek, when you're doing those, I've mentioned them before, those SOVT exercises, one exercise that is helpful is allowing your cheeks to poof when you do like sirens or do any sort of like vocalese, just because it's a way of controlling air pressure. It's just a really smart, like, use of technique, whether or not it was intentional or not.
Wishclusive on Wish.
That voice, I'm tempted to go back and watch my One Sweet Day reaction just to see what I initially said about each of these singers now that I've heard more of them. But man, the power, and it was just like the tiniest bit of grit to his tone, but it just, just like broke my heart. I loved it. It was so beautiful. Anywho, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.